Huh?
This is a high show.
Good evening. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I am Trill Will LDBC or nothing. Again, welcome to my live stream. Three things I ask when I go live. Number one, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you click the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I create content on the channel. And number three, make sure you donate to the channel. And all that good fun stuff. Yeah. Y'all come on in and make yourself comfortable. Got some stuff we gotta cook on today. Luther in the building, what's happening with it? Mahari in the building, what's up, Brody? What's up, Shoulder? My brother, Mississippi. Nina, good evening. Real Hill, what's happening with it? Well, if you were tuning in yesterday, you would have seen that the Trump administration is a flaming pile of dog shit terrorists. I think it's safe to say that the Maga party, the Republican Party, whatever you want to call them, these people do not care about America. They do not care. Barbara, good evening. How you doing? Brandon, what's up with a salute to you, man? My brother Callie in the building. What's good, Brody? Yeah, I had to represent the West. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Miss Fancy, how are you? Yeah, I think that's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna do this summer though. Baseball jerseys. Okay, I don't know where to start. That's matter of fact, let me start here. Let me start here. With the Minnesota Attorney General. And let's just hear his comments.
The AP is reporting right now that Minnesota investigators can't access evidence after the fatal ICE shooting and that the FBI won't work jointly on this probe. Can you confirm that?
I can tell you that I have heard that certainly before now. I was hoping that we could avoid that. I was hoping that we could have a quality, independent investigation so that there could be transparency and meaningful accountability. The tape is deeply disturbing to me. but I will acknowledge that I haven't seen every single video, haven't talked to every witness, which is what I, as a prosecutor, would expect to do before I theoretically, just in general, a prosecutor would make a charging decision. So what I've seen is disturbing, but I haven't seen everything. And I will tell you that but it all starts with a investigation, not a prosecution. It starts with an investigation. And if federal authorities are saying they won't even entertain a joint and inclusive investigation, that is deeply disturbing. And my question is, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of an independent investigation for? So I'm hoping that somebody over there at with the federal authorities understands the true damage to justice and the perception of justice that a closed off exclusive investigation would mean. It would mean that no matter what they come out with, it will be questioned. And maybe they don't care. You know, they've demonstrated a degree of cavalier conduct that is extraordinary and unprecedented.
Phil, what's happening with it? Y'all notice what he said there. The FBI is not working in collaboration with the Minnesota Attorney General and the Minnesota government, state government. Does that sound like somebody who was justified in using deadly force? Does it? Does it sound like there's somebody that's justified in using deadly force?
The AP is reporting, right?
Does that sound like somebody who? Does that sound like somebody who is now? These people have literally rained havoc on the American people. Who are these ICEs? Boo-hoo, cry harder, libtards. Y'all got to be the dumbest bunch of idiots I've ever seen in my entire life of living. Raining in rains. I have one question. Since you think that, okay, you think that owning libs is the highlight of your life, right? What did you get for owning the libs? I'm curious. What did you get for owning the libs? Oh, you got nothing. Nothing in your life is better right now. That goes to show you that these disgusting, dirty, monstrous, soulless, ghoulish, hypocritical Satanists who claim to love God are nothing more but evil and foul pieces of shit. And you should never trust these bastards. They show you every day who they are. That's why my platform is not used to try to sow a bridge of camaraderie between the dumbass maggots and everybody who has a brain and a soul. Fuck every maggot. Every one of you stupid, dumb, disgusting, low IQ, ill-informed, poor at school, getting goofball dumbasses who get on these apps praising like you won something. You got nothing. You won nothing. You are nothing. This administration is nothing but a bunch of pedophiles, crooks, thieves, and warmongers. That's all y'all got. And to this stupid motherfucker right here, I tell you what, how can somebody be driving towards somebody when their wheels are turned this way? I mean, if you're looking at the camera, turn this way, away from the person. How did he have enough time to pull out his firearm and fire 3 shots? if he was in any kind of imminent danger. Oh, and I guess you don't know what 287G means, do you? Was there a 287G order signed by the state of Minnesota to allow ICE in their state in the first place? Is there? I don't know what 287G means. I know, because you're stupid. Y'all are nothing but evil y'all nothing but a bunch of evil, dumbass cultists. That's all y'all are. That's all you'll ever be. You don't even know what 287G means. You don't even know what gives ICE the authorization to be in somebody's state anyway, conducting business. But ICE is not law enforcement. They are not. Their sole job is to investigate and take action against immigrants, period. Not American. They have no jurisdiction over American citizens whatsoever. So that dumbass cop that walked up to her door and pulled the door open, he had no justification to do no such thing at all. At all. So yeah, they ain't police officers. ICE agents aren't police officers, because if they were, what police academy did they graduate from? What training did they have? Were they trained in the state of Minnesota? Of course not, they weren't. Because y'all are fucking dumb. And y'all love violence. While pretending to be, oh, I'm a Christian man or woman. I love God. You're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. And I fucking hate y'all. The hell in line is going to be long with a whole bunch of you fake ass Christians. Y'all want to know why the church in America is dying? You see it right here. You see it. You see it right here. You see it in my chat. You see exactly why the church in America is dead now. Because the fake God y'all serve is nothing more but Satan in drag. None of your actions show God. None of your actions depict Jesus or God or whatever you believe in, because y'all don't believe in God. Because if you did, your actions would show it. Y'all don't care about the sanctity of life. So you mean to tell me the job of law enforcement, their first thing is to kill someone? That's their first order of business. I thought their first order of business is to preserve life. Not to antagonize the citizens. To die down situations. I thought that was it. But I forgot, you dumbasses are nothing more but a bunch of hypocrites. Don't worry, you'll find out soon enough. But anyways. Okay. Since Maga loves, she drove a 3,000-pound vehicle into the ICE agent. All right, let's hear the law though, because this is a lawyer talking. So let's hear that. All right, let's hear that.
Ever even been in front of the car per his own department's policy. Per the Department of Homeland Security website, this Homeland Security policy statement clearly states DHS LEO should seek to employ tactics and techniques that effectively bring an incident under control while promoting the safety of LEOs and the public, and that minimize the risk of unintended injury or serious property damage. DHS LEO should also avoid intentionally and unreasonably placing themselves in positions in which they have no alternative to using deadly force. He not only placed himself in that position against policy, but he already had his hand on his weapon. Even as he was crossing in front, he had every intention of doing this. He pulled out his weapon while she was reversing. And then they again went against DHS policy when a medical doctor said, "Can I please check her pulse?" And they absolutely refused and used the words, "I don't care," to him, because as soon as practicable following a use of force and end of any perceived public safety threat, DHS LEO shall obtain appropriate medical assistance for any subject who has visible or apparent injuries. He should have never been crossing in front of her vehicle in the first place, but he knew exactly what he was doing when he did so. He had intentions when he did so. His hand was already on his weapon. He had it drawn and in her face before she even finished reversing. He had plenty of time to step out of the way. But instead, he pointed that gun directly at Renee Nicole Good and he murdered her. He should have never even...
Come on, Maga, I'm waiting for it this time. Roy Gay says, bro, you are wasting your time on these people, on those people, hurting yourself, and help find something else to talk about. You can't teach being a decent person because their parent groomed them. Well, Roy, just as sure as you got your ass in here, you can get the fuck out. How about that? Just as sure as you came in here and wasted your time writing that bullshit ass word vomit, you can leave. Good evening. Have a good day. Why don't y'all ever have this energy for the Republicans that ain't doing shit? Yeah. Why don't y'all ever have this energy for them? I wonder. One would wonder why y'all never have no smoke for these motherfuckers who are blatantly violating the Constitution and the whole nine. See, I'm going to show y'all exactly. I'm going to show y'all exactly why religion in America is dead. Because, of course.
You have seized Venezuela for the oil. Yes, this is true that there is that which has been brought to the forefront of this earthly battle. But the enemy has sought and was seeking to bring war and to bring conflict through Venezuela and to control the oil of the earth. But the spiritual oil and the natural oil does not belong to the forces of darkness.
Look at how these people use God's word to sell propaganda and bullshit while standing on a pulpit. Nonetheless, you're standing on a pulpit lying on God. Lying. Just lying. Just out here. God wants Venezuela's oil for America to be greedy and steal people's shit.
Or to those who thought that they could bring a one world order. This is my reset. And the oil of the natural and the oil of the spirit is mine, says the Lord. They say you have seen.
Y'all see how stupid these motherfuckers sound? Do y'all see how stupid these fuckers sound? Do y'all see how stupid these people sound? These people sound stupid. God ain't say nothing about nobody's oil. Stealing somebody, thou shalt not steal. So you mean to tell me God is telling you to violate one of the 10 commandments? That's what you saying. Go steal somebody else's stuff and claim it as yours. And then say there's a divine order. Like, you know, that sounds familiar, don't it? That sounds like manifest destiny to me if I've never heard it. Oh, God told me to go steal these other people's land and it's mine. Sounds like it's not real, right? This is my land. God gave it to me. God didn't give you that. You stole it. If God gave it to you, you wouldn't have to kill a soul to touch it. God shall not be mocked by you demons. He shall not be mocked. What did my brother Coach Hudson say? Come up from among thee. These people are demonic. There is nothing about Trump nothing about any of these people who sit up in these churches lying to these people, manipulating and emotionally manipulating these people. There's nothing that has any. I told y'all, God has nothing to do with America right now. God allowed America to choke on the very thing it worshiped, and it wasn't God. It was greed, money, power. God is allowing America to be America. This has nothing to do with God. Stop bringing God into this bullshit. God has nothing to do with y'all lies. Again, God shall not be, he shall not be mocked. I don't care what you believe in. This right here is a joke. And best believe, the ones that's up here making fun, making a mockery of God while lying, while lying, lying. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Their day is coming. God has officially left the building here. But I'm going to show y'all. Back to my the lecture at hand. I had to take a quick detour just to show you how demonic these people really are, who love to use God's name in vain and then lie on God like God told you to go steal somebody else's stuff. God didn't tell you to do none of that. That has nothing to do with God. God and criminality don't go together at all. At all. But anyways, back to the do-nothing Republicans. I want y'all to see exactly what happens when the Democrats are trying to hold Republicans accountable, being that they're the ones in power, to start some oversight into the lawlessness of ICE. Don't worry about it. They're going to show you just how much they care about the American people.
Motion to subpoena is pretty straightforward. Earlier today, a woman was shot multiple times and killed by immigration enforcement agents in Minnesota while we were holding a hearing on the state. And while there are claims that ICE did nothing wrong, the officials in Minnesota say otherwise. And since this committee is responsible for oversight of federal law enforcement, we must investigate. This subpoena will help us get to the truth, and it should have bipartisan support. And I urge my colleagues to vote yes.
It is a tie, so the motion fails. Does any other member have any business before the committee? Seeing none, without objection, the committee stands adjourned.
Look how fast James Comer was ready to get up out of here. Look how fast. Anybody got any more business? All right, bye, nigga. Goodbye. You know what? Y'all want to know something wild? Y'all want to know the wildest thing about all this? As much as the Republicans, when they see a white woman unjustly killed, how much they bastardize that victim. And they use that victim as a talking point to make them sound like they're good people. A white woman was murdered by an unlawful fucking murderous dictator wannabe and an ICE agent. These people didn't even have time to even hear or open a freaking oversight subpoena into ICE, into Christy Nome. But at the same time, at the same damn time, at the same damn time, they try to make Ashley fucking Babbitt a martyr, a hero. They tried to make Ashley Babbitt a hero. At the same time, a terrorist, they tried to make her a hero. Listen to him on the Senate, on the floor. Listen to him. Listen.
Ashley Babbitt was not a hero. She was part of the violent mob that tried to overturn our democracy. She ignored a repeated lawful order from Capitol Police. She pushed to the front of the crowd, and she helped smash a window into the speaker's lobby and attempted to force her way through a barricaded door while armed with a weapon. She did not die defending her country. She died trying to tear it down. Military funerals are sacred. They're reserved for those who uphold their oath, who defended the Constitution and the rule of law. To grant those honors to someone who participated in an attack on this Capitol would dishonor every service member who actually served to uphold that oath. I've seen real sacrifice. I've buried Marines who gave their lives protecting others. That is honor. Those who serve are expected to uphold military standards even after they leave service. When you violate the law and betray your oath, you forfeit the privilege of military honors. If we equate January 6th insurrection with genuine sacrifice, we cheapen everything our service members have done in defense of this country. We erode trust in our military, and we feed the dangerous lie that January 6th was anything other than a betrayal of our democracy.
So Ashley Babbitt was a hero. And Renee Nicole Good was a domestic terrorist. Am I hearing that right? Somebody who was actively at the White House trying to destroy democracy in the name of a liar, a pedophile, a felon. A dude who sat on his ass and did absolutely nothing. Nothing. He did absolutely nothing. So you mean to tell me that she's a hero and the woman that was making sure that ICE don't illegally try to abduct somebody is not? That's what y'all saying to me? That's what the standing is. It's the golden rate. That's what y'all telling me, right? That's what y'all telling me. Y'all telling me. Hey Jax, how you doing, Queen? Y'all mean to tell me that Trump, Donald Trump. Stop, Google. Y'all mean to tell me that these goofballs think somehow, some way, this woman who waved these people by, and this dude had time to walk all the way, get out, walk all the way around to her vehicle with his phone out. Hold on, I gotta find that video. I gotta find that video. Hold on, let me find that video real quick. Let me see if I can find that video. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. What's up with it, Bill? Let's share this one. So y'all mean to tell me he was in danger of being ran over standing right here in her car? Look at her wheels. I want y'all to look at the wheels, the front wheel of her car. Does it look like she was targeting anybody? Does she? Does it look like she's driving a 3,000-pound vehicle in front of she's driving a 3,000-pound vehicle in front of her? His life was in danger. How can his life be in danger when he put himself in that position, even against Department of Homeland Security protocol? How? Y'all tell me. Then how can this orange bitch ass nigga get on live social and already paint a narrative that you dumbasses obviously are running with? Y'all can see the part. Y'all can see how this stuff works. Trump administration does some fuck shit. Trump and Kristi Noem or whoever else is involved come out with a bullshit narrative, paints this woman as a domestic terrorist, A white woman at that. And y'all want to know the wild part about that? White people are now finding out that the government can openly kill you in broad daylight on camera with multiple witnesses in front of you, label you a domestic terrorist, and walk away with a promotion and a pat on the back from the president of the United States of America. Ain't that a bitch? Black people been telling y'all. We've been telling you. We told you with George Floyd. You laughed, you made memes about him. Oh, it was fentanyl, Will. It was fentanyl. It was fentanyl. It was fentanyl. It was fentanyl. Yeah, it was fentanyl. Yeah, George Floyd died from fentanyl, Will. That was y'all. Y'all said it. That was you. Oh, don't worry. It gets better. Don't worry. It gets worse from here. So, okay, Will. Get off this one. Get off this one. I need to show this one.
The motion to subpoena.
I need to show this one. I need to show just what these people are out here trying to do. I'm gonna show y'all just what they out here trying to do. All right, let me see. Y'all can see this. All right, this is what MAGA, Trump, this administration, this is what they're trying to do. Look.
Hey, fuck your flag burning, dude. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was not cool.
Yeah. Why would you run off? Why would you run off? That's weird to burn a flag and run off. That doesn't make sense. That's not a protest.
Why are you not back there at the protest we got?
Y'all know something wild? Notice that he got a mask on, burning a flag in front of a bunch of peaceful protesters. Sound familiar, don't it? Did the same thing in Minneapolis, the same time the George Floyd peaceful protest was going on, and those goofy ass white supremacist boogaloo boys were out here antagonizing the crowd, doing violent shit like shooting into the police office, right? Vandalizing stores and shit, and then blaming all the peaceful black protesters that was out there. This is the same thing. Manufacture violence so that Trump can install martial law and turn the military against the American citizens. Y'all don't see it yet? My people in Minnesota, pay very, very close attention to what these dumbasses are out here doing. Pay close attention to it.
Got everybody riled up. You came here to do what? You a boogaloo boy? An accelerationist? What are you doing here? Where's your car?
See? Didn't Trump just say anybody that burns an American flag get a year in prison? That what he said? Oh no, don't get worried. Don't worry. Y'all know I'm about to get
closely.
Look at this motherfucker here.
Her car makes contact with the officer. You can see him jolt backward. And here's a picture showing a bullet through the front windshield. Consistent with the...
Don't worry, y'all. This is a fucking Sambo sellout bullshit ass coon. Don't worry about it.
Vehicle accelerating forward into the agent's path. Now, let's walk through the facts. Is this woman's death a tragedy? Of course. She's a human being. Are you allowed to interfere with law enforcement and then accelerate away when they confront you? No. Did her car make contact with an officer as she accelerated away? The video appears to show, yeah. Did she intend to hit him? We don't know. But let's be charitable and assume no. If your car contacts an officer while you're fleeing, can that officer use deadly force? Yeah.
Law enforcement training is that you don't stand in front of a moving vehicle because that's not a fight you're going to win. I'm not even a police officer, and I know that. ICE are not law enforcement. They're not. They have no jurisdiction over U.S. citizens.
Facts.
Their only job is to investigate suspicion of illegal immigration or undocumented immigration. They have no jurisdiction to pull a weapon and fire it on U.S. citizens. If the ICE agent feared for his life, he would instinctively be moving away from the vehicle, not firing into it. Taking out a gun and firing into a vehicle that's turning away from you requires calculation and premeditation. That was cold-blooded murder. Shame on every single right-wing influencer who is justifying and spinning the slaughter, the murder, the unjust killing of another U.S. citizen while screaming head to toe about illegal, undocumented immigration. You guys have no integrity. You have not a spine inside of your back. You scream about nationalism and patriotism and, oh, how much you love this country and you want to protect its citizens. And we have a video, unambiguously clear, of a U.S. citizen being murdered. And here you are doing the exact opposite of what you've been singing and screaming about for the last 5 years. Shame on every single one of you, and shame on the people who think they're right.
Look,
y'all want to know something wild? I hate coons more than I hate white supremacists. Because this dirty ass nigga should know better. Okay, Title I U.S. DOJ policy on use of force. Firearms may not be discharged solely to disable or moving vehicles. Specifically, firearms may not be discharged at moving vehicles unless 1, a person in the vehicle is threatening the officer or another person with deadly force by means other than the vehicle. 2, the vehicle is operated in a manner that threatens to cause death or serious physical injury, and no other objectively reasonable means of defense appear to exist, which includes moving out of the path of the vehicle. Also, placing oneself in the path of a moving vehicle constitutes officer-created jeopardy and undermines any claim that deadly force was necessary. Don't worry. Oh man, somebody just made that up, Will. They just made that up, Will. They just made it up, Will. They just made it up, Will. Don't worry. We can go to the Department of Justice right now. We can go right now. Let's go here. Let's use actual fucking evidence, right? Let's go actual evidence. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to yeah. What does number 1 say on 1.16.200? Use of deadly force and prohibited restraint techniques. Yeah. Deadly force may not be used solely to prevent the escape of a fleeing suspect. Hey, it's section 2 right here. What I just read. Hey, did that officer give a warning to that lady? Y'all know Will, I gotta use actual. I've gotta use actual evidence. Don't worry, I can blow it up. Don't worry, Will got you. Will got you. Will got you. Will got you. Y'all know Will got you. Ain't nobody else got you. Will got you. True Will got you. There you go. Section A on deadly force. Yeah. Right there. Y'all can read that. Can y'all read that now? This is from the Department of Justice. This ain't a news article. Yeah, Trump trying to get $1.3 trillion for the military. Like they just didn't fail their 8 consecutive fucking audit. Look, just in case anybody, oh man, Will, you just making it up, Will. What does that say? The official website of the United States government. Right there, United States Department of Justice. That cop murdered. That fucking ICE officer murdered an American citizen illegally. Murdered. Murdered. Yeah, ta ta da da ta. Oh, Google it. Shall we go to Graham versus Connor? 1989 case, docket number 87.6571. Argued February 21st, 1989. Decided May 15th, 1989. It was also heard by the U.S. Supreme Court as well. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all want to go into, yeah, they really want you to go into case precedent and all that. Yeah, go to Graham, Google Graham versus Connor, 490 US 386. Yeah. Anyways, back to their manipulation and shit like that. There we go. There we go.
Your delusions are out of control and they are hurting people. Now a woman is dead. A 6-year-old boy is going to have to grow up without his mother. In response to the Somali fraud allegations, the Trump administration sent 2,000 ICE agents into Minneapolis, the largest sweep in history. This morning, ICE was doing a raid of a neighborhood and people were blowing whistles to warn their neighbors that ICE was there. Renee Good was a legal observer of federal actions in the city, and that's what she was doing this morning. She was observing ICE's action. She was sitting there still in her car when an ICE agent tried to aggressively open the door, presumably to drag her out and arrest her. Panicking, she reversed and tried to leave. As she was driving away, this masked fucking garbage human being shot her in the face 3 fucking times. And to add insult to injury, Kristi Noem in her fat-filled fucking face is on every news outlet right now calling this woman a domestic terrorist. This 6-year-old little boy has no parents in the world right now. And when he grows up, he's gonna have to see Kristi Noem in her fat fucking face calling his mother a domestic terrorist. Conservatives who are inclined to agree with her, I need you to listen to me for a second. What's happening is the federal government is sending federal agents into your town against the wishes of your locally elected leaders at the local and state level, that they can strip you of your First Amendment rights, surveil you, brutalize you, arrest you, and even kill you if you speak out or go against their wishes. The federal government is trying to manufacture consent for this, make this the new normal by convincing you that this mother, this legal observer, was a domestic terrorist. I know that you know that that is bullshit. This isn't the first time that this has happened. Recently, another woman was shot by ICE. Fortunately, she survived, but the federal government tried to charge her. They dropped the charges when they read the ICE agent's group text and found out how happy and excited they were to go fucking shoot people. Right versus left. This is authoritarianism versus freedom. Okay, this is the tyranny that y'all have been so scared about. A woman is dead. You can hate me, you can hate everybody on the left, you can vote however you want, I don't care, but you need to be outraged by this. This prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Fact.
Renee Good deserves justice, and we need to abolish ICE.
Yes. Abolish ICE and throw all these bitch ass niggas in jail. Yeah. Abolish ICE, throw them all in jail. I agree with that. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's more. Will has more. Don't worry. I was up all night looking up shit. So yeah. Oh, y'all can get all these videos today.
I want to show you something. We can go frame by frame on this one. Keep an eye on this guy, the cold-blooded murderer, who's no doubt going to claim that he was afraid that his life was in danger or whatever. For someone who's going to no doubt claim that, he sure doesn't seem to be in any hurry to move out of the way. See, here you can see that instead of moving out of the way, he actually decides to draw his weapon and actually plant himself more firmly.
Yep.
In fact, he's leaning over the hood of the car right now.
Yep.
On purpose. If you go frame by frame, you can see his feet are actually beside the vehicle at this point. And there is the first time he pulls the trigger, when again, both of his feet show that he has fully cleared the front of that vehicle. And then the next two shots happen here and then here. Both of which where he's very clearly having to aim through the driver's side window and actually appears to be running after the vehicle to catch up to it. This, by the way, after very clearly signaling to the ICE officers to pass by her on that street, which she was very clearly not blocking nor obstructing, because moments earlier when she first started to pull out, another vehicle started pulling out similarly.
Look,
and
he's gonna walk around. Look, he's walking around the truck. Look,
to go on ahead.
He's
Not
walking
posing a
around.
threat, not obstructing nor impeding anything. Would you look at that?
He walked around the fucking truck. There was no threat. He created the threat. Sheesh.
I want to show you something.
Don't worry, there's more. What does the couch fucker have to say, ladies and gentlemen? What does the couch fucker have to say? You fat gelatinous piece of shit. Don't worry, let's do it.
The precedent here is very simple. You have a federal law enforcement official engaging in federal law enforcement action. That's a federal issue. That guy is protected by absolute immunity. He was doing his job. The idea that Tim Walz and a bunch of radicals in Minneapolis are going to go after and make this guy's life miserable because he was doing the job that he was asked to do is preposterous. The unprecedented thing is the idea that a local official can actually prosecute a federal official with absolute immunity. I've never seen anything like that. It would get tossed out by a judge. So what I'd like Minnesota to focus on is the real issue that they're encouraging people. Minneapolis officials are encouraging people to commit violence against ICE officials.
See, y'all know y'all heard what he just said, right? All right, now let's Google. Let's Google, shall we? Shall we Google? Shall we Google? Does ICE Okay. Does ICE agents have absolute immunity like this dumbass clown just said? No. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents do not have absolute or blanket immunity under the law. They have broad protections when acting in the scope of their official duties, but can be held legally accountable if they break state or federal law or violate constitutional rights. There's no, look. They're not immune from state prosecution. They murdered this woman. They murdered this woman. And I just proved it. Yeah. I just proved it. I did. So when this goofball says, no, man, she has absolute immunity. She has absolute immunity, Will. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Is this motherfucker serious? This is what Donald Trump decided to post on Truth Social. I have just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman screening was obviously a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting. No, the fuck she wasn't. Who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense. What the fuck? Based on the attached clip, it is hard to believe he is alive, but he is now recovering in the hospital. You mean the motherfucker that walked down the street and disappeared after the incident? But then the motherfucker has the audacity to say that the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. What the fuck are you talking about? The only motherfuckers assaulting anybody are ICE agents that are assaulting literal U.S. citizens. Do you fucking realize that the woman that was shot and killed by a motherfucking ICE agent was a U.S. citizen? Her wife had to witness her partner being taken away from her when obviously all the woman was trying to fucking do was drive away. You could see from multiple fucking angles. I don't know what this motherfucking delusional motherfucker saw, but it's definitely not what the fuck they're reporting on. Is this motherfucker?
Y'all see what they're doing? They call a murdered United States citizen a domestic terrorist after the fact of that woman being murdered in cold blood. Murdered in cold blood. These people are fucking disgusting. Now, I told y'all I'm gonna start back getting on my Epstein shit. Right, Sheldon. They can't trick us with lies and propaganda anymore. You can't. They look. You remember how they tried to lie? How black people used to always say the police planted drugs on me, or the police beat my ass and this, that, and the third, but you didn't have video evidence to confirm that shit. Now we live in an era of social media. Everything's on camera. Everything's being watched. And they can't just, now with Trump and Christy known with that fucking Yosemite Sam hat with her dumb ass, that dumb bitch came out and said, oh, she was a domestic terrorist. She tried to run that ICE agent over and she was just mean and vile, the radical left. You see how they're trying to move the goalposts and shift the narrative and tell you basically like in that book, 1984, don't believe what your eyes see. That was the last thing they told them. Don't believe what your eyes see. We see with our eyes that January 6th happened. We see with our eyes that an American citizen was murdered by ICE agents. We see with our eyes that ICE agents have been nothing but antagonizers, starting shit, inflicting violence on the American citizens, and illegally, and I'm gonna say this one more time, illegally removing immigrants. They're over here changing when these people go to court. After these bastards say, do it the right way, do it the right way, do it. They go into immigration court and having their cases dismissed so that they can take these people and throw them in cages and ship them to places like Alligator, Alcatraz, or Seacox. And they justify, oh, they shouldn't have came here illegally. Most of these people are asylum seekers because America has been in their country, fucking up their fucking governments, fucking up their economies, just like they're doing in Venezuela right now. Donald Trump doesn't have a plan for Venezuela. He only has a plan to get his buddies richer. The oil execs that lobbied for him and gave him $483 million during his campaign. That's all. Fuck this pussy neck, goofy ass orange bastard. Yeah, and everybody who support him too. But don't worry, smoke is coming. I'm gonna show y'all exactly why they're doing all this. Because Trump already knows. He already knows. When them Epstein files come out, dunzo.
Bruises that Paulo Zampoli, who is in our current administration, left on the mother of his child. All right, y'all, I have a little bit of a Paulo Zampoli update for you guys. So I have to be very careful with the information that I can share with you guys.
That's
there
him,
are a
right
lot
here.
of moving pieces. Can't tell you everything I know right now, but I can tell you everything that I have been given permission to share. Before we dive into this, if you have not watched my Paulo Zampoli playlist, please go watch that and come back, or you can read the article on my Substack to get caught up. But for everyone who's caught up, let's dive into the update. So I have recently had the privilege of connecting with my new friend, Amanda Ungaro, who we have been covering extensively over on my page since July. So just as like a very surface level refresh so that you can understand the gravity of this situation, Amanda Ungaro is Paulo Zampoli's ex and mother of his child. Paulo Zampoli works in the current Trump administration, and he was involved in the first administration as well. Paulo Zampoli is also on the board of the Kennedy Center. He is the modeling agent who brought Melania to the United States for Donald Trump. Paulo Zampoli and Donald Trump go back to the 90s. They were both modeling agents together. They were both real estate moguls together. They had a very, very similar career path, and they are now both in the White House. In June, Paulo Zampoli, who was actively going through a custody battle with Amanda Ungaro, had Amanda wrongfully arrested and held in an ICE detention facility for nearly 4 months before she was ultimately deported back to Brazil. Amanda is not just the baby mama and ex of a man in the current administration. Amanda was a victim and a witness to Jeffrey's network as she was on Jeffrey's plane at 17 years old alongside Jean-Luc Brunel. Paulo began pursuing Amanda at the age of 15 years old. Paulo would continue to pursue her throughout her teens until they would eventually get together. Now, what do we call that, folks? That is the behavior of a predator grooming their prey. As someone who works in our current administration, our tax dollars are going towards his paycheck. What does he do with that power? On our dime, with his power in the White House, on our dime, he terrorizes women. He puts his hands on women. He takes advantage of women and young girls in every way imaginable. These are bruises that Paulo Zampoli, who is in our current administration, left on the mother of his child. And Amanda is far from the only girl that Paulo has left bruised and violated. We remember in like episode 2 or 3 of my Paulo playlist, we talked about a victim of Paulo's who was R-worded by Paulo in his diplomatic residence in New York City in October of 2023 after a United Nations event. And this is not something new to Paulo. Paulo's not new to this. He's true to this. He has been terrorizing women and young girls since he was a teenager, attached to the hip to John Casablancas, another notorious child predator. Amanda was lured into this ring, into this network, Jeffrey's network, as a little girl with dreams of having a successful modeling career. And those men who lured her in, including Paulo Zampoli, plain and simply subjected her to unforgivable evil. Like, Amanda went from spending holidays at Mar-a-Lago to being locked in an ICE detention facility for nearly 4 months, silenced, deported, and traumatized at the hands of the people that she used to break bread with. Amanda is not only a victim and a witness to many things that occurred within Jeffrey's ring, she is plain and simply a victim of Paulo Zampoli, who sits in our current administration. Here's where I'm going to leave it for now. I've spoken with Amanda. We are in contact. There are many things in the works. There will be a lot more that I'll be able to share soon. Amanda's safety and success in the current endeavors that are shaken right now are the priority, but I did want to let you know that things are shaken. And the last thing I'll say without saying too much is there are some really brave and really angry women out there who are hungry for justice, for themselves, for each other, for survivors as a whole. And they're gonna get it, come hell or high water. And anyone with half a brain will not stand in their way. But that's all I have for you guys for this one. I will see you in the next one.
Yep, Paulo Zampoli. I told y'all about him, didn't I? I sure did. This is why Trump, and there's people in his administration now in those Epstein files. And that's why Pam Bundy, that dirty bitch, is now hiding those files. That's why they're slow walking the release, violating the new law that Trump himself signed. Why do y'all think, why? His whole administration is destroyed after these Epstein files come out. Yeah, look, Donald Trump, this administration, the Trump administration period, has a history of covering up crimes. Let's go back to Brett Kavanaugh when he was doing his swearing in for his Supreme Court justice role. There was a woman by the name of Christine Blasey Ford came to the Senate floor and was under scrutiny and demonization from these stupid ass Republicans. Yeah. 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 Guess what? They allegedly set up a phone line to the FBI of anyone who had any credible evidence or any kind of testimony against Brett Kavanaugh and his stupid, disgusting actions. Do you know what the Trump administration did? They didn't let one fucking phone call get there. It was intercepted by the White House on Trump's order. That's a fact. Epstein files. First, all of these people that's in Trump's administration right now made thousands, if not millions of dollars, doing conspiracy theory videos, talking about the Epstein files, talking about all the stuff that's in the Epstein files. Donald Trump himself ran on the Epstein files. Ran on them. They ran on it. Joe Biden or Kamala Harris didn't mention the Epstein files. These fucking morons did. This bitch ass nigga Trump is all in these files. Up, down, front, and center. Everybody around him is in these files. Pam Bundy helped cover the shit up in Florida when she was the attorney general. Connect the dots. Donald Trump's former attorney general, William Barr, his dad put Jeffrey Epstein in the Dalton School, where she was subsequently fired because he was fucking with those little girls there. He's been a fucking pervert. Whose administration did Jeffrey Epstein die under? If you said that fat orange pussy neck bastard, Donald Trump, you'd be right. So why is it that all this erroneous shit is happening around Donald Trump? Why did Jeffrey Epstein die under Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump knew that Jeffrey Epstein was getting ready to sing. He was getting ready to sing. He was about to tell it. He was about to tell it. But look, speaking of cover-ups, here we go. Look at this fat, disgusting, jelly-faced bitch right here with all that plastic surgery. She ain't in her stupid-ass Yosemite Sam hat today, though. Listen to her.
The officer went to the hospital. He was hit by the vehicle. Went to the hospital and received treatment, was released, and is spending time with his family now.
He went to the hospital and is spending time with his family. He went to the hospital and is spending time with his family. My God, today. These people do know they got cameras, right? Does Christy know that is any brain cell in that dirty ass skull of that bitch? Does it even work? Does it work? Does it work? Don't worry. Gotta show this too. Trigger warning.
Ahí va. Se murió. Sí.
Look, these people had to walk down the street because ICE blocked them from being able to pull their ambulance up. I had to pause that because I don't want to get flagged. There's no ambulance there. Y'all notice that? That's what I wanted y'all to see. Y'all see, there's the fact there was no ambulance there. None. That's because ICE blocked the ambulance from getting there. ICE let that woman die after they murdered her. All they do is lie. All they do is lie. Trump wants to raise the military budget $500 billion while we get nothing. In Minneapolis investigators say they can't access evidence after fatal ICE shooting, and FBI won't work jointly on the probe. Cover up. Does that sound like anybody? Does that sound like somebody that is transparent and is actually trying to work to uncover what happened to Miss Good? I swear I hate this fucking administration and everybody who support this shit. Abolish ICE. Abolish ICE and arrest every last one of these dumb fucks. Arrest every one of them. Arrest all of them. This piece of shit needs to go to jail. Prison now. Prison now. This is the piece of shit that shot that woman. Notice his phone is still out. Yep, but you see what Republicans are doing? I want y'all to understand something. The whole purpose of this video is for y'all to see the inactivity of the Republican Party and their willingness not to do shit when it comes to protecting you. I don't give a fuck if y'all voted for these bastards. They don't give a fuck about y'all. And did y'all know this? In 2026, which is this year, your retirement age goes from 62 and a half to 67 years old. Because Republicans keep stealing money from our Social Security that we paid into. Yeah. They do not give a fuck. Verified by who? Grok? This I don't even know. Like, they're not gonna stop. Don't worry. I'll show y'all more ICE shit. Since everybody think ICE is so innocent. Oh, ICE is out there just trying to do their job. Look at this woman. Her 16-year-old filmed her mom being violently detained on the way to school. She showed you legal documents.
Mama! Ma! 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 Ma!
Look at this fucking spick right here. Oh, you're doing a good job, buddy. You're doing a good job, buddy. Look at these fucking coons sitting here smiling and enjoying, tearing families apart. I fucking hate ICE. Abolish them now. Get them the fuck out of here. They only became a department in 2001 anyway. Get them the fuck out of here. Get ICE the fuck out of here. Let's hear what eyewitnesses have to say about the whole situation, because I don't give a fuck about no government person saying shit. They lie. They are all a bunch of fucking liars.
She was scared. She wasn't trying to comply. I mean, she was trying to block traffic, and then they got aggressive, and she was scared, and she started to drive off. She was trying to comply with what they said to get out of here, and then they were saying then they were trying to pull her out of the car, and that's when she got scared and tried to drive away. She got shot, and then immediately her foot went on the gas. She was I think she was already dead, but her foot hit the gas. She drove off maybe 100 feet and then hit the telephone pole and hit some cars, and then she was just slumped in her vehicle. And they wouldn't let anybody near her. They had their guns out and were saying, "Stay back, stay back, stay back." And we have a neighbor who was, he's a physician, and he was yelling, "I'm a physician. Can I please administer CPR? Can I check her vitals? Check her vitals. Can I please get through?" And they were like, "No, absolutely." They said, "No, shut up. We don't care. We have our own medics on their way." And then it was like 15 minutes before the EMS truck got here, and the EMS couldn't get their vehicle through. So they arrived on foot. They couldn't get through because of the ICE vehicles, to be clear. So they came through on foot, maybe 5 EMS people, and they checked her out for maybe 5 minutes, and then they carried her body like a sack of potatoes. They didn't even have to stretch her. They carried her out to the corner where they took her away.
What I seen on video, I agree with you, Bill. That's why we got to be on the right side of history. Fuck Donald Trump. May he burn in hell. Fuck these motherfuckers, dog. Real shit. Fuck them.
She was scared. She
Fuck 'em.
wasn't.
Oh, but ICE is all about peace. They're just out there trying to do their job, Will. They're just out there trying to do their job. Let's see ICE in action now with peaceful protesters. Let's see that.
Of cars. Lieutenant Governor, if you could hang on with me just 1 second. I want to check in with Ryan Young. Ryan, what's the latest?
So they identified somebody they wanted in this crowd. They aggressively went after them. They pushed their way in. Now they're shooting pepper balls toward the crowd to keep everyone back. We don't know why they decided to go after this gentleman. There was a bunch of people standing still, and then all of a sudden they ran in and tried to grab him. This created a situation. We move a little closer here. So they're putting the handcuffs on this guy right here. Now this guy's trying to get involved, so they're going to take him down as we speak. The pepper ball spray is very strong.
Look at these motherfuckers. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at them.
That the crowd stays back.
A bunch of fucking pussies.
The problems that we see is that some of the protesters are standing behind the media members. You see how upset people are getting, and you see how angry folks are. This crowd is on the edge when it comes to the tactics that are being used.
These people are here to incite violence so that Trump can have his way, turning the military against the American citizens. This piece of shit is a fucking dictator. We're in a third world country. When are y'all gonna understand that? Why y'all in here bootlicking these fucking clowns? When are y'all gonna understand that? We are in a dictatorship. That's it. That's all. They're only there. They're only there to inspire and create violence. That's it. Fuck ICE, man. Fuck ICE. Fuck this stupid ass president. Man, I told y'all motherfuckers not to vote for this bitch ass nigga. I told y'all. Fuck ICE. Fuck these bitch ass niggas. Fuck Trump. Fuck these dumbasses that come with. Y'all didn't even think of these motherfuckers that voted for him. Didn't even think about who all he's gonna drag into the White House with him. land of the free, right? Land of the free, right? Have more police killings in the United States than anywhere else in the world by a mile. We're number what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 in the world for the most incarcerated individuals. This is per 2024. But we're free though, right? 1 out of 5 prisoners in the world are incarcerated in the United States. 1 out of 5 prisoners in the world are imprisoned in the United States. Shout out to Nata8697 in the super chat. It says salute Trill Will, salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to you, man. BB Otis, what up with it, bro? I'm just telling y'all. I don't know what else to show you. Greed, racism, fascism, and war is all the Republicans and Trump is all about. That's why I tell y'all, you may feel your way about the Democrats. I feel a way about them. I'm not a Democrat. But I will not vote for not one of these goofy, dumbass retards called Republicans because they do not give a fuck about the American people. They're trying to explode the fucking budget for the military so they can militarize of America, basically. Turn around and turn the military against the American people. Exactly what Senator Kelly was warning these people in uniform about. I'm a veteran. Senator Kelly's a veteran. But these dumbass pieces of shit do not care. They do not care. Your healthcare subsidies are going through the roof. The Republicans are solely responsible for all this bullshit going on. The militarization of ICE is because of the Republicans. All these bombings and wars that Trump is starting is because of Republicans. Donald Trump sucking Putin's dick is because of Republicans allowing it to happen. Trump's unruly, his shitting on the Constitution is because of Republicans. Period. The end of story. Yes, joining the military right now is stupid as fuck. You'd be a dumbass to join the military right now under this retarded bastard Donald Trump. Yeah, they're trying to. You hear what they said, Diane? They're out here trying to say, well, he has immunity. No, the fuck he doesn't. No, he doesn't. ICE does not have immunity. They do not. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. So I want the state attorney general of Minnesota to do me this solid. I want him to prosecute this bitch ass nigga who shot this woman in cold blood and lied about it, with Trump and them lying about it. Because no, they do not have immunity. They don't. They do not have absolute immunity. They don't have immunity. They don't have blanket immunity under the law either. They have broad protection. This right here don't qualify. Nope. Nope. Throw these bitch ass niggas in jail. In every state, these motherfuckers have killed somebody, violated their constitutional rights. Arrest these bitch ass niggas. Illinois, y'all hear me calling? California, y'all hear me? Throw these bitch ass niggas in prison where they belong. There's nothing good about this administration at all. Nothing good of it. Nothing. There's not one thing y'all can tell me that's good about Donald Trump being in power. Nothing. Hate groups on the rise again. Hate crimes on the rise again. Racists feel more emboldened to be fucking dirtbag racists on the computer, by the way. But they don't have that energy in real life. They don't. They starting gifts and goals for racists who calling black 5-year-old babies niggers. They do not care. Shooting people with pepper spray indiscriminately, don't care. They don't care. They do not care. They do not care. Right now, they're trying to give the military more money to lose or to give the Trump's kids. And just to throw icing on the cake, just to throw icing on the cake, just to throw icing on the cake. Yeah, I'm gonna show you how the Republicans really feel. Free my grandma. What's up, family? I'm gonna show you. Just look at Randy Fine's fat ass. Look at this fat thumb face ass bitch ass nigga right here. This motherfucker is an Israel plant too.
ICE agents. The left believes they can do anything they want, and we're just supposed to sit down and take it. It's time for Americans to say enough, and if you get in the way of the government repelling a foreign invasion, you're going to end up just like that lady did yesterday.
All right, Florida Congressman Randy Fine, great to see you this morning.
Look at this fucking dumbass. Look at him. If you get in the way of the government violating the law, you're going to end up like that lady. You fucking fat piece of shit. Look at this fucking fat ass chomo. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this fat ass piece of shit. Florida. Y'all need to get rid of this fuck nigga right here. Y'all need to get him up out of there. All the way up. Randy Fine is a fat piece of shit. If you don't know who Randy Fine is, go look at his Twitter account. He's a piece of shit. A piece of shit. You can tell because he got orange around his mouth. You fat, disgusting piece of shit. No neck having bitch. That fat ass no neck having bitch. It's time for the American people to say enough. It's time. Shit. That's the Republican Party. That's who they are. That's who they are. I'm tired of y'all making excuses. Well, there's some good ones. There's some good ones out there. This fat diabetic piece of shit. Yeah. This fat ass piece of shit. Y'all need to primary every last one of these Republicans. I mean, encourage your friends. Encourage your friends. Just so y'all know, when I call this fat ass pregnant piece of shit Randy Fine a fat pregnant piece of shit, this is Randy Fine. That's why he hides behind cameras. This fat ass beach whale, one milkshake away from a fucking heart attack. This fat piece of shit, him, yeah, that's the one that's saying, oh, it's okay. You'll end up like that lady. I told y'all, Republicans don't give a fuck about none of y'all. No matter how much y'all kiss up, I'm MAGA. I'm ultra MAGA. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care. They do not care. They don't care. They don't care. Killing America to own to live. Boy, I'm telling y'all, they give me every reason to hate they stinking asses. And it also makes me more and more encouraged to continue telling all y'all to vote against these dirty piles of shit. Every single one of them. Every single one. 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 Vote them all out. The Republicans do not care about you, your kids, your parents, your elderly family members. They don't give a fuck about nobody. All they care about is sucking Donald Trump's dick, protecting pedophiles, stealing money, and sounding like fucking soulless dumbasses and using God's name in vain on TV while pretending like being the party of family values. They do not care about none of y'all. They don't care about me. They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody in this chat or anybody who hears my voice. They don't care about none of y'all. Yep, Mare, exactly. Donald Trump's own policies is killing the American economy. I just want to keep encouraging everybody to shut down this Republican bullshit. Let's make sure we keep these bitch ass niggas out of office for the next 70 years. Let's keep these bitch ass niggas out of the office for the next 70 years. Let's make sure that we have another session of no Republican lead for a long time. For a long time. I want everybody to understand that. Everybody. Every one of y'all under the sound of my voice. I want y'all to understand. Understand this. Understand that if Trump and the Republicans got what they want, Russia would fully invade Ukraine. Trump would steal Venezuela's oil. and give his oil buddies at Exxon more money that they don't need. Your health care will be unaffordable. We'll all be in the poor shit house. And billionaires will not be paying taxes. And we'll all literally be sitting here suffering together while motherfucking racists still hate black folks. With nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. None of you will have nothing. So keep believing the hype. Keep falling into the trap of this bullshit. Oh, it's a race thing. It's the immigrants. Keep believing that shit. Oh, the Somalians committed fraud. They committed fraud while y'all ignore the over $1 billion worth of fraud money, the restitution that was supposed to be paid back to all these American citizens that were defrauded by these fucking billionaires that they got away, that Trump pardoned. Y'all forgot about all that, didn't you? Y'all forgot about all of it, didn't you? Y'all got to remember, Donald Trump and the Republican Party strategy is called DARVO. Deny any wrongdoing, attack the media, then reverse victim and offender by blaming Democrats. The goal is simple: create noise so no one focuses on what's in those fucking files. So Trump can protect himself from being a fucking pedophile. And everybody knows it. We all know it. Every one of us knows he was. He was trafficking little girls out of Mar-a-Lago. That's a fact. He witnessed another girl. He witnessed a girl get killed, get her baby killed, thrown into the lake. Didn't care. He doesn't care. Nor does he want to. Anyways, I'm hungry. Yep, the rich will get richer. The poor will get even poorer. Yes. Yes, Fort Lauderdale. That is facts. You can't believe shit Trump or his dumbass people say. Because they're all a bunch of fucking liars. Corruption runs deep in this fucking administration. Corruption runs deep in this administration. Yep, Purple Groovy, that's another fact. And salute to you, Queen. That's another fact. Oh no, Diane, I'm about to leave. I got some stuff I gotta go take care of. That's why I went live now. I gotta go take care of some stuff. That's why I came on last night. I knew I was gonna have to have this stuff done before I gotta go to rehearsal. Dress in rehearsal. But I will be in the chat though. Thomas Massey is the only Republican with a spine right now. This is the most corrupt administration I've ever seen in my fucking life. And there's none close. Reagan was a piece of shit. Both Bushes were pieces of shit. All Republicans, by the way. Every Republican president in my lifetime was a piece of shit. So, like I told y'all, the Epstein shit is not going to stop. It's not going to stop. But I will show y'all this. Come on.
For a moment there, the Trump administration thought they had successfully moved Epstein out of the headlines after capturing Maduro and militarily invading Venezuela. The capture of Maduro was successful. The military did a good job. But what follows is a nation-building exercise where the United States may have to go boots on the ground after we didn't even successfully remove the regime. Maduro's vice president is still in power and is still operating in the exact same way, and we've looped back around to more Epstein files kind of being released, but the problem is the DOJ continues to over-redact files while delaying the release of the full set. Let me remind you, What resurfaced the entire Epstein controversy was Elon Musk, of all people. While he was feuding with Trump, as he was in the administration working with them, he said, time to drop the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Remember, Elon Musk was the person who was inside. He had all of the information and the data in the White House, and that was his job, was to go through and sift through the data, find ways for abuse. So he knows this. He understands this. We can also point back to this Pam Bondi clip.
And this is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been.
Look at this lying bitch. Lying. Oh man, it's sitting on my desk. I want to release it. No, you're not.
A directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files.
Okay, they released the JFK files and the MLK files with people's social security and personal information, POIs, if you into like the doing skip searches and shit like that. Yeah, they released all that shit, but they didn't release no Epstein files though.
Okay, but we know all this. There are new updates that are popping up. The oversight Dems pointed out on January 3rd. We are sure it's just a coincidence, but today is the statutory date for the DOJ to explain its redactions in the Epstein file productions. We have not forgotten, and we won't let up, regardless of the president's new constitutional actions. We also point out that one day ago, the word Epstein did not appear at all on the front page of the New York Times when it was dominating the headlines for a few months. So Donald Trump thought he could benefit in multiple ways. He thought maybe he could get oil from Venezuela while knocking Epstein out of the headlines.
See what he was trying to do? Propaganda. Just like with the murder of Renee Good. Yeah. Just like with the murder of her. Propaganda and lies.
It's not that simple. Harry Sisson points out Trump's DOJ just admitted in a letter to a federal judge released today that they've only reviewed less than 1% of the Epstein files. This is the most obvious and disgusting cover-up in American history. This reads, overview of work in progress and documents remaining to be reviewed. To date, the department has now posted to the DOJ Epstein Library webpage approximately 12,285 documents comprising of approximately 125 pages in response to the Epstein Files Transparency Act. There are now more than 2 million documents potentially responsive to the act that are in various phases of review. I'm going to say that this is a larger cover-up than Watergate in size, scope, and scale due to the multi-department aspect of it. Watergate, the main cover-up was concentrated within Nixon's main cabinet. Of course, it was awful. It was a massive scandal that dominated the headlines, but this is throughout the entire administration, from the FBI to the DOJ, the president himself, actively working to cover this up, actively slow rolling it. We made
and the silver lining in all this, Democrats need the House and the Senate. They need it. They need it. They need it. Yeah, they need it.
May not see some of the files until Trump leaves office, according to the DOJ. Epstein's emails also show that Jeffrey Epstein was helping Russia blackmail Donald Trump. Joni says, I will continue posting about this until more people are aware. This says, Shurkin was great from Jeffrey Epstein. He understood Trump after our conversations. It is not complex. He must be seen to get something. It's that simple. Someone responded, I think you might suggest to Putin that Lavrov can get insight on talking to me. Shurkin used to, but he died. Both of these messages from Jeffrey Epstein saying that he can help the Russians manipulate Donald Trump. Here's Don Lemon on the Epstein files.
What's in those Epstein files? I mean, come on, what is in those Epstein files? Because every time that story gets close to daylight, something else explodes. A new crisis, a new emergency, a new headline that pulls everyone's attention away. We were promised transparency. We were promised the truth. Instead, we got delays. We got silence. We got noise. And then suddenly.
See? Everybody's knowing it. Everybody's seeing it.
Nobody's talking about Epstein right now. Nobody's talking about the delays, the chaos, that we're not going to be able to get it all out on time. There are a million more files. No one is talking about that. There's no context to the files. Nobody's talking about who's named, talking about who's nervous. We're talking about Venezuela and a situation that Donald Trump likes to do, a playbook that he chooses to use all the time. He extracts from the same playbook. He runs the same play over and over. He's like the quarterback. Yep, exactly. Omaha, let's do Omaha 47.
Continuing on, the Oversight Dems pointed out today, the Epstein files production we received from the DOJ last month was both incomplete and overly redacted. Entire pages blacked out with zero explanation, a clear obstruction of justice for survivors and accountability for co-conspirators. Those same survivors came out today calling for Trump to be impeached over the handling of the file release.
See, more and more people are waking the fuck up, which is great for all of us.
Let me point out, due to a series of unfortunate events, this could very well play out. Republican Representative Doug LaMalfa died earlier last night. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned from Congress last night. A special election on Texas will be held to put another Democrat in office, and Mike Johnson's House majority will be non-existent. Next month, he can only lose one vote, meaning Trump's term is essentially dead. He's essentially a lame duck, and Epstein survivors themselves are calling for him to be impeached over his handling of the file release.
My, how the times have turned. How the tides have changed. Oh, I love when karma comes a knocking.
8 of the main Epstein survivors are calling for the impeachment of Donald Trump, as well as demanding an investigation into Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI boss Kash Patel. The Colombian president Gustavo Petro even called out Trump and said a clan of pedophiles is trying to destroy our democracy.
Un clan de pedófilos quiere.
See, even y'all, do y'all not know that the world knows that Donald Trump's a fucking pedophile, and the only people who seem to not know that Donald Trump is a pedophile is MAGA and Republicans? MAGA and Republicans are the only ones that seem to not know that Donald Trump's a fucking pedophile, or at least they know and they won't say nothing because they're a bunch of bitches. The Colombian president, Gustavo Petro, calls them a clan of pedophiles.
Acabar la democracia en Colombia. Duro, sí, pero ahí está la realidad. Y para que no salga la lista, entonces nos envían acorazados a matar pescadores de esta ciudad. Y amenazar al vecino, que si dictador o no, ¿cómo que el pueblo de Colombia va a aplaudir que invadan a su hermano, que no es el presidente?
To continue, Ruv points out, Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files. He's been accused of rape. There is clear-cut proof. This is the #1 reason for attacking Venezuela. #2 is oil. Someone says Trump is still a pedophile no matter how many countries he bombs. Here's Epstein in 2010.
Yeah. There's multiple videos, multiple pictures, multiple victims, multiple testimonies that came out in those heavily redacted files that prove the point. There is nothing else to prove. Why do they need more evidence to prove that Donald Trump's a fucking chomo? They know it. We know it. All of us know it. All of us know it.
10.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
And then Donald Trump in 2016, if you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment? Maybe ask that to your friend Jeffrey Epstein. I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. For a moment.
See, those files are coming out one way or the other, whether it be by the expulsion of evidence from the Epstein estate itself. With 1% of the files they already released, we already know that Donald Trump's already fucked when these files come to light. That's why he's trying to invade countries. That's why ICE, they keep telling ICE they have immunity when they don't. These people don't care. They out here thinking they're doing something. Oh man, see, man, come on, man. Donald Trump is not a pedophile, Will. You're just saying that, man. Come on, dog. You're just saying that, man. Of course you're gonna say that. Of course. Of course. Of course. Everybody around Trump, everybody connected to him, they're all connected to this pedophilia ring ran by Ghislaine Maxwell, Donald Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein, and Melania Trump. You see them covering up the murder of Renee Good. You see them covering up the violence inflicted on American citizens by ICE. You see them covering up for Donald Trump being a pedophile. And a lot of people in his administration are pedophiles too. His special envoy is a pedophile. Paolo Zamboli. They want everybody to go out here and act like dumbasses so Trump could instill martial law so that he can cancel the 2026 elections, so that he don't get his ass impeached, so he can stay in power, so that Republicans can continue getting our tax dollars while doing absolutely fucking nothing. They do not care. Alan Dershowitz is a pedophile. Alan Dershowitz is a pedophile. He's also in those files too. Remember that. Remember all that. Remember every single bit of what I've told y'all. I've told y'all this on numerous occasions. The whole thing in Venezuela was to cover up for this pedophilia ring. ICE, Donald Trump fucking up the Constitution, violating our civil liberties and our constitutional rights. All of that is because Donald Trump does not want those files released. He would start a war to protect his own ass. If you don't believe that, I got other news for you. I got a bridge to sell you. Pete Kegsborough, all these bastards need to go to jail. Dan Bongino's hairline still ain't recovered from all the shit he's seen in those Epstein files. I just want y'all to know that. Nothing happened. He did all those shows about the Epstein files and all that. Nothing happened. Donald Trump is not a king. He's a felon. He's a pedophile. He's a felon. He's a pedophile. Donald Trump even told Republicans the other day, if the Republicans lose, I'm getting impeached. You know they impeach me for anything. Nah, bitch, they impeach you because you're a criminal. You are a criminal. They think you're stupid. They think we're all dumb, just like them. They think we're all brainwashed like maggots. We're not them. We're not them. And on that note, I'm going to get some food before I go to rehearsal and stuff. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Shout out to everybody in the chat, super chat, everybody smash the like button and all that good fun stuff. I appreciate all you guys. Hey, make sure y'all tune into the 21st Century Suffragettes coming on at 4 o'clock, about 30 minutes. A little less than 30 minutes. But yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Y'all have a great one. All right.